We're recording this video message today for our clients that are juniors and their parents. This is part of what we call a fireside chat series, where we invite experts in certain topics to speak with you. So fireside chat, just to be on the lighter side, behind me, you will see the fireside, and you would see our guest speaker, Karen Rowe, R-O-W-E. So let's welcome Karen. She is a senior counselor on our team with a huge depth of experience in college admissions counseling. And she's going to be my guest answering questions that I will present on your behalf to Karen. Karen, welcome.
Hi there, how you doing? Yes, I am fireside as well.
Excellent. Yeah, how's the weather up in Truckee?
It's actually sunny today. It's finally stopped snowing, so that is nice. Maybe spring is around the corner.
And you guys got how much, like 37 feet of snow this year, right?
Almost. Just in the month of February, we had 23 feet in 28 days.
OMG. All right. So that's a lot of snow. So with that, let's jump in. So my first question, Karen, is about, this is the time when you and other UCEazy counselors are helping our clients with their college list. So a lot of us that come from other countries and we did not go to a four-year college in the US, we are familiar with certain brand names, which in California could be the top UCs like Berkeley, LA, or the top private colleges. Are these the only colleges that we should apply to?
That's a good question. And the answer to that is actually absolutely not. There are over 2,000 public and private colleges out there for 4 years of education. And in addition to that, when you just look at that limited pool of colleges, the acceptance rates are unbelievable. So I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to share my screen.
Oh my gosh, let's get ready.
There it is. Hold on.
Not yet.
Not yet. The anticipation is building.
Yes, I can see it now.
So here are some of those colleges that you've probably heard of before. And I'm just going to draw your attention to a couple of them. Stanford, for example, 4.3% acceptance rate. That would mean that a student would have to be better than 96 or 97% of the students in the world that are applying, which is a pretty baffling number.
Pretty harsh, yeah.
For example, UC Berkeley, UCLA, that acceptance rate is really small. And the applicant size is really big. And just for fun, I actually looked up what UCLA's statistics were in the year 1999. And in 1999, this UCLA actually admitted 31% of their applicants that applied. So a drastic difference in these last few years.
Right. My daughter actually is a Bruin. She went to UCLA back in 2009. And I'm sure there is a lot of change since then. So with those kind of numbers, they're obviously very scary, right? So you guys, when you speak with our clients, you guys will talk about a notion of a balanced college list, reach and target and safety colleges. Do you have a particular advice about the colleges that you just listed, which, by the way, also are known for holistic admissions, meaning they look at more than academics and SAT scores? What's your recommendation about these colleges in terms of where should they be in that reach, target, safety model?
Right. So I would say almost all of those, if not all of those schools, are going to end up being reach schools for everybody. Even if you are the #1 kid in a class graduating, the valedictorian, even if you have a perfect test score, even if you've never made a B, I think all of those schools are nowhere near a target for any of our students.
And the reason is that not only are they extremely competitive, and we don't control competition, we can only do our best, but also that their admissions are based upon multiple factors that include non-quantitative elements like essays and recommendation letters. And there is just no way to predict in advance as to what will happen, right?
Absolutely correct. So the benefit of working with a UCEazy counselor, there's a few reasons that I think you're going to be in really, really good hands. A UCEazy counselor's job is to listen to each of their students at this time of year, especially with juniors, and try to find what that fit is going to be for a student. So it's okay to have these colleges on your student's list, but it shouldn't be the only colleges that are on that list. So a college counselor's job is to visit colleges all over the United States, from West Coast to East Coast, North to South, international schools even as well. And when we're on those campuses, it's important for us to think about the students that we work with, because there may be schools that you've never heard of before. We like to call them hidden gems, per se.
Right, right. So before we switch to those hidden gems, the numbers that you shared are extremely scary. My first reaction as a parent or a student would really be, oh my gosh, I really have no hope. And should I feel dejected, despondent, or is that not such a bad thing?
No, it's okay to feel that way, but there's no reason to feel that way because you're in really good hands. Our job is to try to find your perfect fit, or the closest thing to perfect as far as a fit goes. So, for example, we're going to look at each student's personality type. We're going to look at what their interests are. We're going to look at how we can help make students grow once they leave high school. And what I mean by that is that as we're working with students that are in high school, it may become evident that some students do much better when they get a chance to actually speak to their teachers one-on-one, when they actually get to work in small groups. So a student that does benefit from that, we would not be recommending that they only look at schools like the UCs, where you would be in a classroom of hundreds and hundreds of kids, and your professor would probably not ever know their name. So in this process, as a junior, those will be some things that we'll talk through and we'll listen, and that will help us develop a more balanced college list, not only based on what your students are interested in, but also looking at their grades and their test scores and the things that they've been involved in.
Right. I think that's an extremely important point, Karen, that if I start summarizing all the good stuff you shared, that we should all dream big. But these top colleges, because of the reasons we discussed, they need to be at best reach colleges. And we should be working with our UCEazy counselor to develop the rest of the list, which is target and safeties. The child's personality and other factors need to play a big role in finding the rest of the college list, and a UCEazy counselor is a big resource for that. I do want to add something that a very good friend of mine, who is a professor for the last 30 years, shared with me, that not all colleges for everyone. I'm actually supporting your point, Karen, that there could be a child that is resourceful or entrepreneurial, knows how to get resources. That child could be very successful in a big campus like New York University that has 40,000 students, or University of California, Berkeley, big campuses. But then other kids who are more, I want the resources to come to me. I'm a little bit shy. I'm not that resourceful. I'm not judging these students. They're just different, right? So a small, intimate campus with lots of personalized attention might be a good thing for these students, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So how do I go about finding these hidden gems? Or actually, do you want to give an example of one of these colleges?
That would be, I would love to give an example.
Okay.
So this is actually an activity that I do with some students. I listen to some things that they're looking for and seeking in the next 4 years after high school. So I'm going to share my screen once again.
Okay.
And
I can see a Word file.
To see some bullet points
Mm-hmm.
of a college, and you don't see the name of a college.
Mm-hmm.
But some things that you can see is that it is a combination school where it has business and engineering. They have an interdisciplinary approach. They have examples of that being integrated product development, for example, and combining business and engineering. They are very hands-on, small class sizes of around 20 students or fewer. The students are really involved in other things outside of the classroom, and it is a pretty campus, and students exercise by walking up and down because it's on a hill. and you're going to have great paths after the 4 years that they're there. So my guess is you probably don't know what college this actually is, and it could definitely be a hidden gem.
Right. No, I don't know the name, Karen, and I'd love to get that from you, but sounds like that what you're saying is that, that if one visualizes a engineering college at one spectrum and a liberal arts college in one spectrum, these guys are somewhere in the middle because they're trying to take the best of both worlds to try and create some kind of a combo or middle of the road approach, right?
That's absolutely right.
Okay, so what's the name?
Lehigh University. That's in Pennsylvania.
And yes, now that you tell me. So hidden gem indeed, with lots of celebrities that have come out of that place, which we can check on Wikipedia and others. Yeah, so that's a great example. That could be our target or safety in our balanced college list.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So Karen, that was awesome in terms of giving us good perspective about how to create a balanced college list and the role that a UCEazy counselor can play. One other question, as a junior in the month of March, what are some of the things that I should be focused on, and what kind of expectations can I have from my UCEazy counselor?
Great question. So as a junior, I know students are already focused on their grades. They're already focused on their SAT and ACT scores. At this point in March, there's a couple things that probably jump to the top of that list, being one of them, developing this college list, which is what we're talking all about today. And your UC counselor will be reaching out to you to have some conversations with you, with the parents, in regards to what everyone is seeking in a college. And I want people to be really excited about this process that they're about to embark on.
Okay, so that's the college list. Anything else that comes to mind?
Once the college list starts getting developed, spring break is right around the corner, which is a really great time to go visit colleges as well. And your UCEazy counselor can help you in setting those visits up, help you also with what questions you might want to ask on each campus.
And this is also the time to start working on their resumes, at least the first draft, and figure out their recommendation letter strategy, right?
Yes, each school might have a little different of a deadline set for when they can and can't ask teachers. A lot of schools have their own system and how students should be asking teachers for letters of rec, but that is also something that our UCEazy counselors can help guide families through as well.
So sounds like what we are really saying is that in the month of March, you need to finish the junior year well, but in terms of becoming even more competitive for college admissions, what you really need to do is to get that college, at least a draft of college list, and then using that college list as the basis, work with your UCEazy counselor to figure out the best use of your time going forward, all the way till summer. Would that be a good summary, or?
Yes, absolutely. So I like to break the next several months down into chunks of time so it doesn't seem quite so overwhelming. So between now and June, you'll have a list of things that you'll be covering with your UCEazy counselor, and then maybe from June to August. And then once the school year starts, probably from August till January, the different things that each student will be working on.
Excellent, Karen. Hey, that was very, very helpful, this fireside chat. Thank you for taking the time, and I hope to see you soon.
Okay.
Bye for now.